Well, it's another day in Monster Hunter World, and everybody is dying. Last night I said this was the easiest Arch-Tempered fight so far in the game, but lo and behold, I joined some pugs, and everybody is dropping like flies left and right. So today we're going to go over how to survive the Arch-Tempered Teostra fights. For those of you that don't know, you can actually gain immunity to catching on fire, and this will make the fight extremely easier. Most of you out there just care about how much deeps you can do and don't really care about surviving, but let me tell you, your damage doesn't matter if you're freaking dead. Now today we are going to be going over my hunting horn build. I'm a huge advocate for how amazing the hunting horn is, especially when it comes to parties and arch-tempered fights or really any difficult fight in the game. Now that being said, this build can be used for a myriad of different weapons. You can adjust it slightly depending on your playstyle and weapon, but if you do decide to use the hunting horn, you will drastically improve your party's survival rate as well as incoming damage and be able to heal everybody up so that nobody dies. Now before we go over the armor and skills involved in this build, we're going to go over the canteen here real quick. You'll see that we have currently 457 defense with 16 fire resistance. Now you can boost this by swapping out jewels for fire resistance, or you can eat a canteen food buff. I really like the way the build is set up now, so I'm going to eat at the canteen to get the 25 or higher fire resistance that we need to completely eliminate Fireblight. Now to do that, you're going to go to your canteen. You can use a voucher if you're going for specific skills, or you can just pay with money if you don't care about the skills. But what you need to do is make a custom platter, and you need to use the cactuses or basically any of these vegetables or fruits down here. And you can use any of these for any skills you so desire, but basically you're going to need at least 4 of these with this build to get yourself up to 25 or higher, because we need the medium elemental resistance buff. So let's just go ahead and swap 2 in there, and then we could go ahead and go for like defense up to, or a small rather. And so that way we get the net resistance to fire blights and increase the defense. So let's go ahead and do that. We've got Polisher, Sharpshooter, and the daily skill is Fisher. There we go. Now we've got defensive small and elemental resistance medium. So let's go ahead and confirm that. Now this is very important because with this level of fire resistance, you will no longer catch on fire, which 1, increases the amount of time you're able to deal damage to the target monster and reduces the amount of healing that you require. Now the thing that I really love about the hunting horn, and more specifically the Devil Joe hunting horn, is 2 of its songs, Attack Up Large and Defense Up Large, which can actually become extra large for both. You'll see that right now we have 1,092 attack with 462 defense, but once we activate our songs here, you'll see that both of these will go up drastically. Now this affects your entire party. So your entire party will be doing significantly more damage and have significantly higher defense, which will make it very hard pressed for anyone to die. Right now we've got 1,281 attack and then 547 defense. Now obviously we do have wide range on this build, so we'll also be able to apply, buffs to everybody. So we could do the Mega Demon Drug and the Mega Armor Skin, which puts us at 472. Now all of these do stack with the seeds and the powder, so you can stack those as well. You can actually get this entire build above 600 defense, and if everybody is using the same tier of armor, that means everybody in your party is going to be rocking over 600 defense, which is going to drastically improve everybody's survival rate. But anyways, let's go ahead and go over the actual build. I just kind of wanted to go over why I love this hunting horn so much, especially in parties. Now, we are using the Deep Vero. With this build, we do have Wide Range 5, Weakness Exploit, Peak Performance, Evade Extender, and Speed Eating level 3. We've got Health Boost level 2, which you can put to a level 3, especially if you're not using the hunting horn, because you won't need one of the jewels that we're using. Free ammo is just a side effect of the belt we're using for the 1 level of handicraft. We've got Horn Maestro, which is specific to the hunting horn, Flinch Free, and then Protective Polish. So we are using the Empress Crown Beta, Empress Mail Beta, Empress Vambrace's Beta, Cool Teroth's Malice, and Empress Greaves Beta. So that also gives us the Lunastra Favor for increased stamina cap, and then the Mind's Eye Ballistic. So all in all, it's pretty good, although with the Hunting Horn, Mind's Eye is really not as useful as it would be for other weapons. With the level of fire resistance that we have, it does eliminate the need to use the Fireproof Mantle, so you can actually use whichever accessory that you want. I'm going to leave that completely up to you. Now, as far as decorations go, we do have a Brace Jewel for 1 level of Flinch Free. We've got a Jumping Jewel for the final level of Evade Extender, which comes in handy for any class. Being able to evade is imperative to survival. Then we've got 3 Gobbler Jewels in here for Speed Eating, a Sharp Jewel for Protective Polish, 3 Tenderizer Jewels, a Sonorous Jewel, which is specific to the Hunting Horn, and then 1 Flawless Jewel to get that final level of peak performance. Depending on the weapon that you're using, you will have more options for jewels, but if you are one of those that just absolutely loves to eat Blast Blight, highly recommend using anti-blast jewels as well, because this will prevent blast blight and you won't go exploding all over the place. Now, I did notice that everyone seems absolutely dead set at making Arch-Tempered Teostra immune to flash pods. Needless to say, everybody in this party ended up dying except for me, despite my best efforts to keep them alive. You're only going to be able to use about 3 to 4 flash pods before he becomes fully immune, and he is going to use the flare far more often than the regular Teostra, so you're going to need to make sure to use your flash pod sparingly. You'll notice that I moved to the right to shoot the slinger ammo to drop the boulders on top of Teostra. I noticed a lot of people are running and shooting it straight ahead, which causes an issue because sometimes it will, for some strange reason, drop the boulders that are directly in front of you rather than the farthest boulder, which is going to make the fight take longer, so make sure just to move slightly to the right so that you don't accidentally hit the wrong boulders, and otherwise you should be good. Now, otherwise, Arch-Tempered Teostra is a pretty straightforward fight. With the elimination of Fire Blight, it does make it significantly easier. All you have to do is avoid all the Blast Blight everywhere, and then make sure that you don't flash pod the bejesus out of them so that you can flash them down during Supernova. Now, that being said, I do want to say that this build does have enough defense if you're at full health to completely face tank a Supernova, but I don't recommend doing it, just because it's easier just to flash him down, and then you get bonus damage for actually being able to attack him while he's incapacitated. Now, if you did decide to go with all the full support features of this build, I do recommend making sure to prioritize healing up your party, because you can get trolled very easily by being knocked back into Blast Blight and then exploded, and if somebody's already at half health, chances are they're gonna die. So making sure to heal everybody up if they do take a little bit of damage is going to drastically improve your success rate at completing this online, because bullshit does happen in this particular fight, and having you there to heal everybody up is just going to make everybody's life easier. Yeah, you'll lose a little bit of damage, but all in all, I'd rather prioritize completing it at 16 minutes rather than 15 minutes because I stopped and healed. If you decided to not use the support features in this build, definitely just carry some life powders with you so that when a party member drops to near half health, just go ahead and use that and boost them up a little bit, and that will help a lot. But that is all I've got for today's episode. I hope you all enjoyed it. Good luck to everyone fighting Arch-Tempered Teostra. If you're new to the channel and you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell icon so you get notified of live streams and new content. And I will see you all in the next one.